Hello friends, welcome to Theology Made Kids story time. Snuggle up, get cozy, and let's travel back in time to hear a true story about a young woman who held on to her faith, no matter what. Are you ready? Let's begin. A long time ago, in a quiet village in France, there lived a girl named Marie Durand. Marie wasn't a queen or a warrior, but she had something even stronger than swords or crowns. She had faith. Marie grew up in a family that loved Jesus. They read the Bible together, even though it was dangerous. You see, at that time, the rulers of France did not want people to believe in the teachings of the Reformation. They only allowed one way to worship, and anyone who disobeyed was arrested. But Marie's family believed that God's word was for everyone. They refused to give up their faith, even when it cost them everything. One day, when Marie was still a teenager, soldiers came to her home. First, they took her father. Then, they took her brother. And then, they took Marie. She hadn't done anything wrong. Her only crime was being part of a family that loved God's word. The soldiers locked her in a cold stone prison tower by the sea. The walls were damp, the floor was hard, and the only window had thick iron bars. Marie was trapped. But the worst part, she wasn't alone. Inside the prison, there were many other women, all locked away for the same reason. Some had been there for 10 years, 20 years, even longer. And the guards told Marie the same thing they told all the others. If you want to go free, just say one word: I recant. That word meant she would deny her faith. It meant she would say she was wrong to believe in Jesus the way she did. She could go home. She could be free. All she had to do was say one word. Marie thought about that word. She missed her home. She missed her family. She wanted to be free. But when she looked around at the other women in the prison, she saw something incredible. Even though they were locked away, they still prayed. They still whispered Bible verses to each other. They still encouraged one another to trust God. So instead of saying, I recant, Marie picked up a sharp stone and carved a different word into the prison wall: resist. She would not give up. She would not deny Jesus. And she would remind everyone around her to stay strong. For 38 years, Marie stayed in that prison, but she never lost her faith. And do you know what happened? Her courage inspired others. Her story spread. More and more people heard about the women in the prison tower, and their faith helped others stand strong. Eventually, the rulers changed, and Marie was finally set free. She went home as an old woman, but she had never, ever lost her faith. Marie Durand's story reminds us that sometimes following Jesus means standing strong even when it's hard. Even though she could have walked free with just one word, she knew that God's truth was worth more than comfort or safety. And guess what? The same God who gave Marie strength is with you too. Good night, little one. Sleep well, knowing that God is always with you, no matter what.